Welcome back for week 3. We've learned so many more chords. We went from the G that we already know to now an E minor, which is new, and then we picked up a C, which is the new terrible chord. It's such a stretch. I'm getting to the point in which I can sometimes make it. That was almost there. The first time I just strummed it, it was right. Anyway, so I'm working on it. It's a huge, like, your fingers just don't want to naturally do that. But anyway, working on it. And then we have the new D7, which we've also learned. So we went from knowing 3 chords and we added another 3 chords. And so all together, we can start to make some more songs. But really what we're learning is the idea of this chord progression, of not only just learning chords in isolation, but learning about the most efficient way of moving from one specific type of chord to another chord. So for example, if you're starting from G and you're going to E minor, they both share the same index finger down on the 5th string. So you can kind of keep that one down as you move to the other one to make the E minor. And as you're moving from the E minor to the C, your 3rd finger, well, in guitar, it's the 2nd finger because everything's got to be complicated. That stays down, and then you move these around to make your C, ideally. So it doesn't sound too bad. And then we have our D minor, again, our new one. This finger, of course, stays the same between C and D minor, D7. Actually, I think it's D7. Anyway, and then there really isn't a lot of combination between the G when you're going from the D7 back, but your fingers are in roughly the same shape. They're just expanded out, so you can just sort of move them over in order to be back at G. And so basically we did that combination of G to E minor to the dreaded awful C, to D7, and then back to G over and over and over in class at various speeds, starting at like 60 beats per minute, then going up to 120 beats a minute, which is very, very fast. Like, whoa. Yeah, clearly I can't quite pick up with that speed yet, but practice, I'm getting there. Also learning some licks. Licks are fun. Licks are just holding down one chord at once while picking out some tunes. I only got the one so far. It's basically the Batman intro if you don't recognize it. I need to go significantly quicker before it begins to recognize. And then someone at some point screams out Batman. Anyway, so it's coming along. I feel like I'm actually making progress. My fingers are still sore basically all of the time, but I'm actually kind of getting used to the feeling. And there is something very satisfying to being able to kind of move with a certain elasticity between one chord to the other, and then just pop in the A7 that we know from before, as well as let's see if I can remember the proper D. Aha, there we go. So we know a few chords now, and many more to come. I think the nice thing about the class that I'm taking is that they spend a lot of time also on how to hold it correctly, of making sure your wrist is straight so you don't get carpal tunnel, of how to make curling your fingers over, and best practices around all that too. So I feel like I'm sort of getting a nice sort of foundational knowledge so that as I continue to pick up more strings, I actually taught myself B, which let's see if I can remember correctly, I think is this guy, because I was trying to teach myself, yeah, it sounds weird, because there's so many different chords that are just online that you can pick up, especially whenever there's a song in which I would know every single chord except for that one chord. But, picking it up, and I'm practicing every day in order to actually make sure that my fingers don't lose any of the calluses that they're beginning to build up. They're beginning to actually get hardened, which is pretty impressive. But anyway, so after spending the entire class just going, okay, G to E minor to C to D, back to G to E minor to C to D, back to G to E minor. You're picking up on the pattern. To C to D minor. We were able to actually find a context for a song that uses that exact progression. There's a few songs that use that exact progression. And so off we go. when the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, now stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, now stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Now the guitar solo, G, progressing to E minor, going to the terrible C, there we go, to D, back to G, D minor, damn C, final chorus. Stand by me, oh now stand by me, oh stand by me, stand by me. So bye, thanks so much for listening. Like, subscribe, all the various YouTube-y things, and I'll see you again next week. Okay, bye.